Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember guys, this is for adults. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest to find all the photos that you want of these videos. What's up you guys, it's ZacJacDan back with another Every Mattel video. This time we're talking about Every Mattel, Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys figures. Or, if it wasn't Mattel, maybe Bluebird. Let's take a look at these figures from 1996.
Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys.
Alright, so here is a shot of Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys, just some of the vehicles and figures all together in this display. Got some in the cards in the back there. Let's get started. First off, let's talk about Captain Simian, heroic leader. He actually has a rifle that shoots. Front and back of the card. Now the cool thing is the card itself spins, so you can take your finger, stick it in the package, and actually spin the inside of the packaging there. So that is very interesting. You do see Mattel on here. This is the US card, but there are different cards here, so let's talk about that. Here's a foreign card. You can kind of see underneath Captain Simian and the Space Monkeys, these foreign text that's on there. This is still Mattel though, and notice it doesn't say rifle shoots and heroic leader on the bottom there. But you do see how the card itself has spun to the left a little bit. So there he is holding his weapon. Got a zip up jacket there. Here's another version. This one is actually from the Bluebird company instead of Mattel. So I guess Bluebird took over and did some as well. You can see the arm is actually up on this package for Captain Simian versus the down version we had before. And the card back looks different as well for these Bluebird cards. You can see all the figures in this line, plus all the vehicles and the larger figures that we do get in this line. There's Captain Simian from the back. Got his handgun in this picture. So here's again another comparison, this time with another figure called Spydor. He's got his Battle Walker behind him there. Another version here for the UK actually has him in the Battle Walker. And then the European version there has him in front of it again. So three different versions of the cards. Bluebird is the middle one there for UK. And there he is in his walker. Accessories in front of it there. Different angles here showing that long tail for Spydor. So I guess he's a spider monkey. There he is outside of his vehicle. That long tail. And again outside that walker. Using his grips to hold on to those handles. And he's got a missile in the front as well. Here is your gor-illa, giant space warrior. He's got a bazooka blaster. Or the bazooka does blast, I should say. The foreign card on the right. both from Mattel. You can see him with and without his shoulder pads on. Front and back with the shoulder pads on. And there's that blaster on and off. That bazooka, I should say. Here we got Evil Raysus 2. Got his brain up in his head. Accessory he comes with there. Front and back of the figure. We got our Dr. Spitz. This is the Bluebird version, so that's the foreign UK version, I guess. Kind of a bright orange and darker green. Front and back of that figure with his blaster. And here's our Mattel versions. Saw blade spins. Crazy mechanic Dr. Splits. This one doesn't look quite as bright orange. Got his tool there in his hand plus his belt. Size comparison here for these two. There you can see that saw blade as well. Got our Shao-lin, front and back of the card. This is the Bluebird card. All the accessories she comes with. Got the long tail as well for her. Pegs on the side of her leg, I guess to hold the weapons. Holding her weapons with her feet there, the nunchucks. You can see on her side holding some of those weapons on the side on that far left picture. Here's our Mattel version of the Evil Nebula. The scepter shoots. You can see the cape and the hood off there. Another Mattel version, but this is the foreign European version, I guess. There he is with the cape and the helmet on with the scepter behind him there. And the back side of the cape, purple. So all those regular size figures, loose and in package. And again, there's a couple of Captain Simians on this page. Lots of different ones versus Mattel and Bluebird here. Sorry if I don't have them all, but this is pretty good. Then we got Gormongus. It's a giant scale figure here. Does have a gun there in the packaging. There's a packaging size compared to one of the vehicles, the speed peeler. Sorry, I don't know what this vehicle is called right here in this picture. Side of the package showing you can put one of the apes up in his back. Back of the package showing where that cannon can hook. There's your scale comparison between the smaller scale figures and this larger scale figure, and this is actually him transformed, so that's pretty cool from that show. Gormongus is gor-illa transformed. There he is from the side with that big old backpack on. From the back, massive teeth there, blue face, and again compared to the size of one of the vehicles. Here's our first vehicle, the Primate Avenger in package. Shows it breaks off into several pieces. Sides of the package. And there's several different versions of this in different colors. Got a bright white, kind of a brownish color here. There's some figures in the vehicle there. It shows the scale of what size that vehicle is. There's a darker gold version. I don't know if this is just colored over the years maybe. But again, the scale size difference here between the larger scale figure in the back and the other vehicles. We have the speed peeler. Bluebird version of the box here. Front and back. Vehicle compared to the figures in package. Different angles that it can go with the blasters. Showing the vehicle can pop the figure out of the bottom there. And the propulsion can actually fold up too. That's pretty cool. And then we got our psy-fighter. Again, this is a Bluebird packaging. Here's our Mattel packaging. Bluebird. But there's that vehicle, only one I could find. So all three vehicles in package. You can see the size difference. Here are all the larger scale, loose, and in package. And here's the advertisements on the back of the package. The good guys and the bad guys. And the vehicles, larger scale figure Gormongus, and the bad guys vehicle psy-fighter. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any kind of comments, hit that notification bell so you're aware of any new videos that I have. Subscribe to the channel if you already hit that thumbs up. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find all the photos that you want of these videos.